Have you ever felt like life is just throwing one challenge after another your way? That feeling of being overwhelmed, stressed, and just lost. Well, what if I told you there's a book, written nearly 2,000 years ago, that offers a practical guide to navigating the chaos of life with grace and wisdom? Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ace Book Talk. Today, we re-diving into the timeless classic, Meditations, by the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, who ruled the Roman Empire from 161 to 180 AD, was just a powerful leader. He was also a philosopher deeply committed to the principles of Stoicism. Stoicism, a school of thought that originated in ancient Greece, emphasizes virtue, reason, and living in accordance with nature. It's all about accepting what you cannot control, focusing on what you can, and finding inner peace through self-awareness. Imagine leading a vast empire, dealing with political intrigue, military campaigns, and the constant pressure of responsibility. That was Marcus Aurelius' reality, and Meditations is essentially his private journal, filled with reflections, reminders, and strategies for staying grounded and virtuous amidst all the turmoil. It wasn't written for publication, which makes it all the more authentic and revealing. He wrote these thoughts to himself as a way of processing his experiences and reinforcing his Stoic principles. The book is divided into 12 sections, each containing a series of short, insightful entries. It's not a linear narrative, but rather a collection of fragmented thoughts and observations. One of the central themes of Meditations is the importance of accepting what is beyond our control. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminds himself that we can't control external events, the actions of others, or even our own health. What we can control, however, are our thoughts, judgments, and actions. He emphasizes the need to focus on virtue, reason, and living in accordance with nature, regardless of the circumstances. This acceptance doesn't mean we should be passive or indifferent to the world around us. Instead, it means we should direct our energy towards what we can influence and let go of what we can't. It's about choosing our response to events, rather than being dictated by them. Another key idea in Meditations is the concept of impermanence. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflects on the transient nature of life, reminding himself that everything eventually comes to an end. This awareness of mortality isn't meant to be morbid, but rather a call to live each day with intention and purpose. He urges himself, and by extension, us, to appreciate the present moment and to make the most of our time, knowing that it is finite. He explores the cyclical nature of things, reminding us that birth and death are simply parts of a larger process, and that we shouldn't fear the inevitable. The book also delves into the importance of living in accordance with reason and virtue. Marcus Aurelius stresses the need to cultivate wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. He sees these virtues as essential for living a fulfilling and meaningful life. He constantly reminds himself to act with integrity, to treat others with kindness and compassion, and to be guided by reason rather than emotion. He believed that true happiness comes not from external possessions or achievements, but from cultivating inner virtue and living in harmony with the world around us. He challenges himself to rise above petty grievances, to forgive others for their mistakes, and to focus on the greater good. Marcus Aurelius also explores the importance of self-awareness and introspection. He encourages us to examine our thoughts and beliefs, to identify our weaknesses, and to strive for continuous improvement. He believed that by understanding ourselves better, we can make wiser choices and live more authentically. Meditations is filled with questions that he poses to himself, prompting him to reflect on his actions and motivations. He urges himself to be honest with himself, to avoid self-deception, and to constantly strive to become a better version of himself. So, what are the key takeaways from meditations, and how can we apply them to our own lives? First, embrace acceptance. Acknowledge that you can't control everything, and focus your energy on what you can influence. Second, live in the present moment. Appreciate the beauty and simplicity of life, and don't get caught up in worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. Third, cultivate virtue. Strive to be wise, just, courageous, and temperate in all your actions. Finally, practice self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on your thoughts and beliefs, and strive for continuous improvement. Meditations isn't a quick fix for all of life's problems. It's a lifelong practice. It's a guide to living a more meaningful, resilient, and fulfilling life, even in the face of adversity. It's a reminder that true happiness comes not from external circumstances, but from within. It teaches us that our perception is key, that we have the power to choose our reactions, and that even in suffering, there is an opportunity for growth and wisdom. So, pick up a copy, read it slowly, reflect on its wisdom, and let it guide you on your own journey of self-discovery. Thanks for joining me on Ace Book Talk today. If you enjoyed this exploration of meditations, be sure to subscribe for more book recommendations and insightful discussions.